I think the question here is, if the need arises, should the Common Council have the funding in place to hire outside counsel if necessary? If the answer to that question is yes, then we should be a yes vote on this resolution. The Common Council and the executive branch are two distinct branches. And obviously there's a tension there between those two branches. And our system was set up, it's one of the fundamental principles of our country. Our system was set up so that we would have checks and balances between the executive and the legislative branches, in addition to the judiciary. And as a result of the tension and as a result of the two branches, there's a tension between our branches. And as there should be, as we discuss ideas, we debate what to do, there's going to be a natural tension between the executive branch and the legislative branch. And that's what makes us stronger as a community and as a country and as a city. And from time to time, there may be a conflict between the executive branch and the legislative branch. That conflict can play out in corporation counsel's office. And this isn't any reflection of the person or the people in that office. This is about the basic fundamental tension between the executive branch and the legislative branch and the role that corporation counsel plays. Corporation counsel, as we all know, serves at the pleasure of the mayor. Corporation counsel can be fired by the mayor. Corporation counsel can be hired by the mayor. Yet corporation counsel gives advice to the mayor, the different departments, different commissions, and to the Common Council. However, we have no power to terminate the relationship with corporation counsel and his representation or her representation, when that occurs, to the city and to us. As a result of that control by the executive, by the mayor in this case, corporation counsel's interest is aligned with the mayor. Corporation counsel's interest is to give advice to the Common Council consistent with the mayor's policies and practices. To do otherwise, to take a contrary position, would be to potentially jeopardize corporation counsel's job or employment with the mayor. However, by funding a line, we take the proactive steps to make sure that we have the funding in place in case we need to seek outside counsel and as a secondary opinion. And now that may not occur very frequently and it may not occur a whole lot, and that's okay. But at least we have the capability to do that if we need to. And this is about what we need to do to protect the council's interest as a separate body, as distinct from the executive branch. As far as those arguments go about the charter change, or about a change that would be necessary, the charter states that the corporation council shall be the primary legal advisor to the Common Council and to the mayor. The primary legal advisor. No one is suggesting that we replace corporation counsel. Nobody's suggesting that corporation counsel not be the primary legal advisor. This is simply about funding a line. And we're not changing the job duties if we were to vote this and support this resolution. Those who believe that a charter change is necessary believe that our legislative body gave up its right to seek secondary advice from outside counsel. That just doesn't happen in our charter. It's nowhere in there. If it's in there, point it out. I challenge you to point it out. It doesn't exist. There's nothing in there that limits our ability to seek outside advice when we need to. Indeed, we've gone and approved outside advice when we saw a recommendation on potentially suing New York City on the sinkhole, and we threw $15,000, $20,000 at that. So, all we're doing is simply funding a line to protect our interest. And that is what's essential. And there may be times, because corporation counsel may be biased in favor of the mayor and promoting the mayor's policies, that we need an unbiased decision that protects the council's interest and protects our interest as a legislative body, not the mayor's interest. And I'll briefly address some of the arguments that other people made. We talk about $25,000. $25,000, frankly, in a $38 million budget is chump change. We just approved a resolution bonding for $115,000 for infrastructure, for improvements. We regularly have approved additional bonding for the sinkholes. We've seen engineering costs go up, and we regularly approve those. So $25,000 in the grand scheme of things is not a whole lot of money. It's minuscule. I think we do need to figure out ways to raise more revenue and to raise more money, but this line item is not going to significantly change the budget in any way, shape, or form. A no vote on this is a vote against the Common Council's independence. It's a vote against us seeking unbiased advice if we need it when necessary. This isn't about Niagara, this isn't about personalities, this isn't about any specific issue. It's simply about protecting our interests. So I encourage everyone to vote yes in favor of this resolution. Thank you.
Mr. President,
Yes.
with all due respect to Alderman Dunn, I think we should maybe ask some of the department heads who are here tonight if they would like to have that chump change.